In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make a spinning coin like that. And then when you walk over it, you collect it and get like 1 point. So let's go. So to do this, we're going to need three things. We're going to need to add a variable to our player blueprint. We're going to need the coin that you can pick up. And we're going to need the UI that will be on the screen that will display the amount of coins that we have. So to start with, go to your third person character, or for you it might be first person. And if you don't know where that is, go down to your content drawer at the bottom and go to third person, blueprints, third person character, double click that to open it. And it will look like this. And you have an event graph at the top, construction script and viewport. That's your player. We want to go into the event graph, and what we want to do is over on this left hand side, click on this plus and call this coin, and you see how it says boolean. Click that to an integer, and now you will notice it says over here on the right hand side, please compile the blueprint. Press compile, and now it says at the bottom default value coin 0. So anything that's highlighted blue over here is the details for it are over this side. So camera boom, all them details. And so coin variable that we just made, all them details there. So that's fine. We've got a variable that we can count our coins with, and it's an integer, which is 0, 1, 2, 3, just a straight number. Right, now we need to create the actual coin. Go back into your content folder, and just you can either create a folder, or to create a folder you just right click, and then you can see up there new folder. Just create a new folder. I'm going to put mine in this one that I made called tutorials. So when you're in this folder, right click, go blueprint class, and then actor. And an actor is just anything that basically something that isn't a character. So it could be like a moving platform, it could be a coin pickup, a health pickup, it could be ammo. An actor, you'll use actors a lot. So just call this coin underscore BP, and then double click that to open it. And then you just have this blueprint like this, the same as your third person character, viewport, construction script, event graph. So go to the viewport, and you can see now it's empty. What you want to do is you want to go up to this bit and press add type cylinder, and then it will come out like that. But that's because it's big, 1 by 1 by 1. See, so what we want to do is change the scale. Go 0.3, 0.3, 0.04, and then it will look like that, smaller. Then on this Y axis, type 90, and it will turn it around like that. Then on the materials, go just type gold, and if you've got the starter stuff in there, you should have a default metal gold material, and then it just looks like that. You can make a gold material, it's very easy. Just make a material, make it kind of yellowish, and make the metallic to like 0.9, and then do the roughness to 0.1 or 0. It's quite an easy material to make, a gold material is. But yeah, so we've added the gold material. Now on your cylinder, make sure remember, if it's blue here, the details for it are over here. So on the cylinder, which is the coin, scroll down to collision presets and type no collision. Not type. On the collision presets, it should say block all dynamic. Put the arrow down and go no collision. Now that means if we put this coin into the game, the character will just walk straight through it. So if we put it in, and we press play, it just walks straight through the coin because there's no collision on the coin. So go back to your coin BP, the actor that you just made, and now what we want to do is go up to here again where it says add, and add a box collision, and it'll come out like that, and then it should look like this. Now on this box collision, that's going to be the thing. This box is going to be the thing that when the player walks into, that will trigger the code. So this box is basically like a trigger, basically. So we'll do some code with that in a second. But go back up to add, and then type rotating movement. And now this will make the coin spin. And we want the coin to spin on the Z-axis, so it sort of spins round on the Z-axis. But you'll see what I mean in a minute. So on the rotating movement, if we look over here, it says rotation rate. And on the, that's X, Y, Z, I think, or Y, no, X, Y, Z. And on this one, the Z, it's on 180. That means that it spins 180 degrees in 1 second. That's kind of fast. So what we're going to do is we're going to put it at 90. So it spins at 90 degrees a second. Now, if we look at our coin in the game, it spins around like that. All good, all good. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to create the UI, which will be the thing that goes on the screen to count the coins. So go into your content drawer again, whichever folder you're using, right click, go user interface, widget blueprint, user widget, and you can just call this whatever, my UI. But you can literally call things whatever you want to call them. It's just whatever you can remember and how you organize it yourself. So don't worry about too much about naming stuff. Just remember what they're called, else you won't be able to place them in their parts. So we've created a widget blueprint, and now we just double click it to open it, and it will look like this. And it's basically just like a blueprint. So if we go up to this left hand side, sorry, and type in canvas panel and highlight it and drag it in. So that's representing the screen, basically, the screen mark. Click on this cross to get rid of that, and then get a text and drag the text in. And this will be the number of the coins that we're collecting. So over here, go to text block and put 0, and it will be a 0. Go size to content up here, and you can anchor this as well to the top right or wherever you want to put it. But this isn't a tutorial about UIs and stuff, so we just literally put in a 0 on the screen to count. Yeah, so if you want to change the size of that, look, you've got font, and you can change the size of the font. You can change the font. You can take a font from your C drive folder, and you can just drag it into your content folder if you want to add any other fonts yourself. See, like what I've done there with the Anton font. So I could turn it there. You want to change the color of the number, just on this bit where it says color and opacity. If you want to give it some transparency, you just turn down the A value so it's like 0.6, and it'll kind of be see-through. So that's pretty much it for the UI for now. But we want to have this UI on our screen. So if we press play again, the UI that we just made, we've made it, but it's not on the screen. So to put that on the screen, go to your third person character, find an empty space and type event begin play, because that's what we need. But an event begin play is already in here, because event begin play means as soon as the game starts to play, this is the code that needs to run immediately. So event begin play is very essential, because it's pretty much saying this is the code that we want you to run first as soon as the game starts. So as you can see here, what it's saying with our player is the player controller, and basically your joypad or your keyboard and all that. is important. So it says fire that off first, which is what it needs to do. But we also want it to fire off the widget as well. So from this event begin play, drag out of here and type sequence. See on the sequence, it says then 0, then 1, right? From then 1, drag off here and type create widget. And the widgets are what UIs are called. So what we just made a widget blueprint. So where it says class, drop down, I called mine my UI. Then from there, promote that to a variable. And this variable will be holding the information of this widget, basically. Not the information inside the widget, just the widget itself. That's what that variable is. That's important if you want to take it off the screen at some point or add it somewhere else in another bit. Or so I just like to turn most of my things to variables. But if you're new to it, you don't really have to worry about that too much with a widget. But yeah, so create a widget, promote that to a variable from this blue return value, and then from this bit put add to viewport. And you see it says add to viewport. Now if we compile and save, always compile and save, and we press play, now we have our blue 0 on the screen. You can't really see it too well because I made it faded, right? But you have a blue 0 on the screen, but when we pick up the coin, it doesn't do anything. We just run through the coin, nothing happens. So let me just go to the widget quickly and turn that to like a red or something so you can see it more. What we need to do now, so we've got our variable in our player, we've got the widget that counts the coin on the screen, and we've got the coin. So all we really need to do now is put the code into the coin and a bit of code into the widget. So we're going to start by putting the code into the coin first. So go to your coin blueprint again, and then from this box, which is the collision box, make sure it's highlighted blue. On that, go add event, on component begin overlap, right? That's saying that when this box is overlapped, we want some code to happen. So out of other actor, drag out of that and put cast to third person character. Now you might be in first person character, so all you need to do is just put cast to first person character. As third person character, we want to get that variable that we made earlier, coins, remember? Get coin. Remember we made this variable called coin, and it was an integer. From coin we want to add one, so go add, and then it looks like that, and then in that bit put 1. Now what we want to do is drag out of here again, because we want to get this variable again, but we want to set it, we don't want to get it. So what we're doing is we're taking information from this third person character blueprint. That's how we get in this coin variable, because it's coming from this cast. So out of this third person character, out of here, we want to type set coin. And now look, set coin is 0. But what we want to do is go coin, add 1, and then whatever that amount is what our new coin will be, because we're going coin is 0 at the moment, add 1, now we've got 1 coin. Now we add that arrow to that arrow, and basically what will happen now is every time we pick that coin up, it will add 1 to our variable of coins. But at the moment that doesn't really do anything. It will just make the variable go up inside our character. So what we want to do is in the coin BP, you're still in the coin BP, go down to event dispatchers and click this button and just call this coin update. And like I say, you don't have to call things what I'm calling them. You can call them whatever you want. Just remember what you've called them. So then you've made a new event dispatcher and it's called coin update. Drag this in and you'll get this list: call, bind, unbind, unbind all. What we want to do is we want to call. Basically, we're just sending a little message to coin update, right? And letting this event dispatcher know that one coin has been added. And that's pretty simple. Then from here, type delay. And then from after delay, put destroy actor. So now what will happen is it won't change on the screen yet. But what will happen when we pick that coin up, it will disappear and add one in our coin variable. So what we want to do is we want to make it so we're showing that amount in our UI. So go back to our UI and remember this little 0 you put on. That's this one here, right? Up on this top right, make sure that that green is, that 0 is highlighted. Make sure that's blue. And then call that, you can just call it coin. And then tick is variable. Compile, save. Now when we go into the graph of this UI, so if you look up here, designer and graph, go to graph, and we get these same things like event pre-construct, event construct, and we clicked is variable, and now look, coins is a variable in there. So that number there, 0, it's a variable called coins, and look, it's there as a variable already. So what we want to do is out of event construct, drag out of event construct and put cast to third person character. Then get player character. Now I'm not an expert on widgets and stuff and UIs, so I don't know everything about like UIs, but all I want to show you is that this works and you can work it out yourself. So yeah, so get player character, cast a BP third person character. Out of third person character, type get coin. Now this is that variable that's counting up in the coin variable, in the coin blueprint, sorry, right? Then out of cast a third person character, drag out of this and put get all actors of class. Make sure it's get all actors of class, not just get actors of class. So get all actors of class, and the actor class that we want to get is the coin that we made. So that will just be coin BP. Then promote that to a variable, and now you'll see that that's a variable over there as well, but that's not important. Out of this bit here, put bind event to coin update, or whatever you called the event dispatcher in the last one. So remember in coin, we made an event dispatcher called coin update. That's what I'm binding this event to. Bind event to coin update. Out of this event, drag out of this and put custom, and then it will say add custom event. Click on that. And then this custom event, you can just call that coins now. Then grab this variable, the one coins, which is that 0, and put get coins. Out of this coins, drag set text, and then you see at the bottom it says set text in brackets text. Drag that arrow to that arrow, and the text at the moment will be nothing. What we're saying is we want this coins, the variable that we made, to represent some text. So the text it will be representing will be this coin variable that's going up every time we pick a coin. So from there, drag into in text, and it will say convert. You want to convert it because we're converting an integer into a text variable. So compile and save, and now this will work. So if you want to just look at that again, cast a third person character, get all actors of class, promote that to a variable from there, bind event coin update, drag out of there, make a custom event, set text, drag the variable from there into target, and from the third person character get coin, drag that into in text. Now if we play the game, when we pick that coin up, the coin will disappear because we picked it up, and it will say 1 in that score bit. See? So I just want, if you want to stick around for a bit longer, I'm going to show you a couple of little tricks you can do. So we can add a sound effect to picking up the coin. So if you go back into the coin BP, after call coin update, drag that a bit closer to there, bring this delay out a bit. After coin update, drag out there and put play sound 2D. You can have play sound at location. You can do all sorts of different stuff. But for now, we just put play sound at 2D. And then put camera shutter, compile, save. And now if we pick the coin up, it goes did it in. Go back to coin BP. So if you wanted to play sound at location, for example, say it was play sound at location, it will ask you for a location. So at the location, you just drag out of there and type get actor location, and that's pretty much all you have to do. But it won't play it without a location. So you just need that get actor location node. Really, Unreal is just about memorizing what nodes do what, really, and using it so much that you just use different nodes all the time and remembering what they do. So yeah, so that's playing the sound. That's just playing a sound 2D when you pick up the coin. What we can also do is, I don't know if you watched my last tutorial about the damage the damage overlay. We can make that similar thing here. So when we pick up the coin, what I did is I made a green version of that damage overlay, but made it green. So what we can do in our coin, we can, out of our third person character, we just drag out of it and type set overlay material mesh T, and it'll come like that. Right, what we want to do is just before play sound, drag that down there a bit, drag that set overlay material just after coin update, and then in new overlay material, call it whatever you've called your overlay material. Then drag that into the play sound. Then after the delay, before the destroy actor, copy the set overlay material and just put this to none. Put that there. Remember to connect everything back together. And it needs its target. The target will be the mesh. And drag that into there. Destroy actor. Maybe add a little tiny delay. Compile, save. So basically, look, this code is still quite a fairly simple code, but what we're doing is whenever we go over this box, we're saying get the third person character, get the amount of coins the third person character's got, add 1, then set that new coin amount, tell the coin update to update it, but also take the mesh of our third person character and add a green overlay, then play that beep sound, then after 0.2 seconds take the overlay off, then after 0.2 seconds destroy the actor. Now if we play, it's like this. See? So yeah, that's about it. That was a bit of a lengthy tutorial, but I hope that helped. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.